Yeah, because it's heavier. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors meeting of November 29, 2016. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam President. Supervisor Avalos. Avalos present. President Breed.
Here.
Breed present. Supervisor Campos.
Present.
Campos present. Supervisor Cohen.
Yes.
Cohen present. Supervisor Farrell. Farrell present. Supervisor Kim. Kim not present. Supervisor Marr.
Here.
Marr present. Supervisor Peskin. Peskin present. Supervisor Tang.
Present.
Tang present. Supervisor Wiener. Present. Wiener present.
Public comment?
At this time, the public may now address the entire Board of Supervisors for up to 2 minutes on items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Board, to include the minutes and the items on the adoption without reference to committee calendar. Pursuant to the Board's rules, direct your remark to the Board as a whole and not to individual supervisors and not to the audience. Speakers using interpretation assistance will be allowed twice the amount of time to testify, and if you would like to display your document on the overhead projector, please clearly state such to SFG TV and remove the document when the screen should return to live coverage of the meeting.
Thank you. First speaker, please.
Good afternoon. Andrew Yip. The philosophy of life men of high morality pursue is both common and profound. One seeks of ordinary personal, family, and social life to be rich with well-beings. One definitely seeks of ultimate principle and holy virtues for making success of truthful cultivation of high order. One should enjoy the way of missionary pathway for the promotion of holy mercy and holy principle to the worldly people for the purpose of worldly rescue. As for the progressive development of the true principle will be endless as long as one would determine to lead on others with true way of existence for one's self-nature and establishment of upright destiny for one's cause of high order for worldly rescue. One should have different set of rules for different aspects of personal goals. So in aiming for high objective of ultimate principle, one can go all the way to fulfill one's mighty nature for holy way and holy virtues. One's heavenly destiny on earth with a social career is a long journey that one must take its course step by step from the immediately closer point, or ascending a height which must begin from the bottommost ground. But one's ultimate success would go beyond any limitations of measures. God bless Holy Mission. Thank you.
Thank you. And next speaker, please.
Thursday will be 7,560 days from the start of the Jubilee and the end of the times of the Gentiles. If God is using a calendar based on 360, that will be the last day of the Sabbath year. If he's not, it would be 111 days later. And if he's using a Hebrew calendar, it would be still sometime in the spring. Now, if the rapture doesn't take place, I don't know what God's going to do, but I find this verse very interesting. In Matthew 16, Jesus said, "For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily, I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not die till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Mark adds, with power, 9:1. Now, what was this event? Was it the transfiguration event that happened a week later? Was it the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ on the third day? Was it the preaching of the gospel? Was it the miracles that the apostles did? Was it the sending of the Spirit of God on Pentecost? No. What answers to this is 70 AD, a Sabbath year, 40 years later, when the Lord recompensed the unbelieving Jews for their rebellion against the Messiah. And who knows what God will do on that day. It's strange that this parable Christ gave, he said, "But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth. He sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city." And this has to do with the preaching of the gospel and how it was rejected primarily by the Jews. Although the church was all Jewish in those days, pretty much all Jewish, it now consists of Jews and Gentiles that have believed on the Lord Jesus Christ. But what happened in 70 AD was a foreshadowing of what's going to happen to the unbelieving Gentiles and the unbelieving Jews on Judgment Day.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. There's Peskin, Tang, Farrell, Marr, Breed, Campos, Wiener, Yi, Kim, and Avalos. Please support this ordinance and this effort. We really hope that we can all come together with the city, with the mayor, on Monday, December 5th, for a greater public committee hearing to discuss and see the support that this community has brought forward on this item for access to counsel and for our immigrant community. That we've been working on this for months. One question that you all have brought up to us is why are we collaborating with the Public Defender's Office? Why are community-based organizations and the public defenders working together? The answer is simple. We're stronger together. We have been thinking, we've thought this through very carefully. The removal defense work needs to happen hand in hand with our community-based organizations that are doing removal defense for the non-detained, that are doing education and outreach, and with a public defender that has expertise in detained removal defense, including civil immigration proceedings. We're going to be stronger together. And again, this is also very personal to me. I know many of you all have rich immigration histories. My own, I came to the United States when I was 12 years old. My family fled Iran after the Iran-Iraq revolution, after the Iran-Iraq war started, after the revolution. 3 of my own.
Thank you, Supervisor Kim. Colleagues, seeing no other names on the roster, can we take this item? Same House, same call. Without objection, the resolution is adopted unanimously. Madam Clerk, please call item number 54.
I would like to change a few things about you.
Around Chinatown as much anymore. But one thing that I've always thought when we're together at different things, I always try to stand as far away from you as possible because I don't want to start looking like
affordable housing. More than ever, it matters for San Francisco and for California leaving City Hall at the same time. I want to thank Angela Calvillo and the entire staff of the Clerk of the Board of Supervisors. You guys make our lives a lot easier, and you do it in a very silent, sometimes not silent, understated way in allowing this institution to succeed. And this institution matters a lot, and you guys are really the backbone of what makes this institution function. I want to thank all the city staff. We work with so many great departments across the board.
Valles, and at the suggestion of Supervisor Cohen, on behalf of the entire Board of Supervisors, for the President Breed, Mrs. Camilla Brown.
Thank you. Colleagues, this brings us to the end of our agenda. Madam Clerk, is there any other business before us today?
That concludes our business for today.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.